Hi everyone, I just wanted to share with you my JuicePlus story and why we got started on JuicePlus. It was about, going on 3 years ago now that we were in a desperate situation. Our middle child, Gabe, was extremely constipated. He was miserable. He would cry every single day. He couldn't sleep through the night. He was in constant pain. He wouldn't talk to anybody. He was just in a really unhealthy place. His eyes were always red. He had really big red bags under his eyes all the time. He was 2 at the time, so I tried to put him in preschool a few days a week, and that just did not go well. He would lay on a cot and cry the entire time, to the point that we just had to take him out of school because it just wasn't working. And we were just very desperate for a solution. And because he was in such bad shape, he never wanted to eat anything. He didn't eat fruits. He didn't eat vegetables. He didn't like anything with textures. I could not keep him healthy. We were at the doctor's constantly. And every month I was at the doctor's and I had to pay a $25 copay every single time I went. And then I'd get, whatever, Advil or Tylenol or, Benadryl, whatever, to help him get over the sniffles and the cold and the cough and whatever else he was dealing with. Not to mention just, oh my gosh, it had gotten to the point where we had to get suppositories, and he would break blood vessels around his eyes when he would push to go to the bathroom. And so there was just so much stress as a family. Nobody in my house was happy. We weren't sleeping well. We were constantly having to say no to things because we couldn't go anywhere with Gabe because he was so miserable and hated just like everything. And so we were just in a really bad place, and I was just asking for help. I was praying, like, please, anything. I will do anything for some help. And so I was at the pediatrician's office yet again for another sick visit, and our pediatrician was asking, okay, so what are you doing? And I went through this whole list of, well, I'm trying to give him juices, but he doesn't really like it. I'm trying to buy fruits. I'm trying to make him smoothies, like all this stuff. He won't eat it. He doesn't like it. I can't keep him healthy. I don't know what to do. I'm so desperate. I'm even giving him vitamins. And our pediatrician said, you're giving him vitamins? He's like, you're paying for expensive pee, And I said, what are you talking about? I'm paying for expensive pee. And he said, yeah, he goes, vitamins are made in a lab. They're isolated and your body doesn't recognize them. So essentially you're paying for expensive pee. And so I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? I am desperate. And he wrote on a sheet of paper, JuicePlus, and gave it to me. And he said, here, get this. It's whole food nutrition. And I was so uneducated at the time that I didn't even know what whole food nutrition meant. I thought he said I had to go to Whole Foods and buy it because that's as much as I knew in terms of what Whole Foods was. So I said, so I go to Whole Foods and buy it? And he said, no, you go online and you buy it. It's whole food nutrition. And so just without any research on my own, I called my husband. I said, look, Dr. Sunders, our pediatrician said we need to get this for Gabe. I think we should get it. And he goes, yeah, just get it. So I was like, okay. So I went ahead and I bought it. Within a week, it was at my house, and I was so excited to give it to him. They were gummies, red and green gummies. And so I was like, well, he might like the fruit ones because I'm sure they're sweeter. So I'll start with the vegetable ones, the green ones. So I started him on the green veggies, the green gummies first, and he loved them, and he ate them every day. And then I introduced the red ones after a couple weeks of the green, or maybe a month even after the green, I introduced the red. And so he started eating those regularly as well. And within a couple of months, we saw a change. So this was in about April or so of that year. And I can't even remember the year. I want to say 2015, so 2 years ago. So I started in April, and by June it was warmer, so we were going to go out to the playground. And before we left, Gabe asked for a plum. And I thought, what, a plum? He hates fruit. So I was like, okay, I gave him a plum and he ate it. And I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. I took pictures of it. I sent it to my husband. I was like, oh my gosh, Gabe just ate a plum. And so I was just thrilled about that. And then from there, it just got better and better. 2 months later, he was ready to go to school. He had all his energy back. I mean, a completely different child, a 180 from who he was prior to that. And so fast forward to 2 years later, he, as you saw in the welcome video, is thriving. He's excited. He's happy. He's joyful. He's talking. He's not crying. And he looks really healthy, and he is really healthy. In fact, we just had to get blood work done for another thing, and he's off the charts in terms of health. He's just doing great. And so I am just so excited that we found JuicePlus, that it made the change that it did in our life, because by transforming Gabe's life, it transformed all of our lives. And now our whole entire family is on JuicePlus and reaping the benefit of getting all of these fruits and vegetables in our diet every single day consistently. So we are just so excited to be on the other side of our health dilemma, and every day it gets better and better. And by the way, Gabe is eating spinach, he's eating broccoli, he's eating green beans, he's eating peas, he's eating apples, he's eating cherries, he's eating bananas, he's eating just the rainbow, because he gets that every single day in his body. And so JuicePlus changed our lives, and I like to call it hope in a bottle, because that's what it was for us. It was absolutely the hope that we needed to know that things were going to get better for us. So that's our JuicePlus story. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions, comment below. All right, talk to y'all soon. Bye.